Dana, Livie.
Hey, Raylan. Did you hear what happened with Ford?
I bumped into him and Johnny, so yes.
Livie, when are they arriving?
In a few minutes.
So you're asking both your parents to meet you, but they think they're only meeting you?
Yeah. I hope they won't be angry. I'm doing this for them.
Didn't you once say to Ford they were never good for each other?
I did, but I'm starting to think again. They clearly love each other, and it was Noah that caused them to fall apart, not themselves.
Livie.
Oh, hey, Mom.
You wanted to see me?
Yeah, I did.
What about?
It's hard to explain.
Livie, what's wrong?
You're not helping the situation, Livie.
I feel awful for Ford.
Raylan diverts the subject to something less awkward.
Me too. I keep wanting to know and ask how he's doing, but I don't want to push him over the edge.
He's been through too much. His family won't even support him. And I saw that firsthand.
Like Amber not caring when he got kidnapped?
I think Ford sees Johnny as more of his family than he does Amber or Rose. And especially Yvonne and Eliana.
At least Rose doesn't take after her dad.
You don't know that, though. No, she's never wanted to physically hurt Ford, but she has verbally hurt him. A lot. Whether she truly loved Nate is another question I would love to know the answer to. Ford did.
Do you actually know what happened to Nate?
Ford told Nico. He told me later on. Liliana finally spilled her secrets, thank goodness. I won't tell you, though. I respect his privacy.
We understand that, don't worry.
Nico arrives.
We were just talking about Ford.
Is that why Livie asked to meet me?
Nico glances skeptically at Cassie.
Well, actually, no.
Livie, that isn't helpful.
What are you hiding, Dana?
And that isn't relevant.
Does everyone in this town have a secret?
Nope, just my cousin. I can tell.
Whatever.
I should get back to Rose.
You don't love her. You hate what she did to Ford.
Well, yes, I do hate what she did.
Then stop pretending you don't. I know who you want to be with more than Rose. You deserve better than her dad.
She's right.
And Mom, you should stop trying to hide from the world. You need to be yourself. That's the reason you and my dad fell in love.
Livie.
Raylan, Dana, let's go.
Coming!
The three of them leave Nico and Cassie alone.
Thanks, Lila, for the lunch.
Of course.
What happens now?
It's just a waiting game.
And Freddy's not even going to go and visit her.
It's not his fault. And like we said before, how he feels towards Liliana isn't his fault either.
Do you love her?
No.
You seem quite upset Yvonne pushed her off that bridge.
Firstly, anything Yvonne does upsets me. Secondly, if your friend was shoved off a bridge, how would you feel?
Fair point.
We're just friends, and it doesn't mean I can't be upset. You should speak to Sabrina.
No, right now you need me more.
Johnny, please. Don't let me hold you back.
I don't think you'll be okay on your own.
I'm not going back to my house. I'll be fine here if you want to visit her.
Alright, fine, but I'll only be there for a few minutes, so I can get back to you.
Okay. I suppose that can work.
I'll see you shortly, Ford.
Definitely.
Johnny leaves. Ford glances at Lila.
You still blame me?
No, I'm sorry. I thought you were helping Yvonne at first.
Wait, she pushed my friend off a bridge and then ran after me. And you thought I was working with her?
Only initially. And then I thought Johnny getting in danger was your fault, as he was helping you.
You know, I used to look up to you because you cared about Johnny. But now the only adult I look up to is Nico. The only adult who even cared when my life started to go downhill massively.
Look, I still care.
You're angry that Johnny ended up in an accident because he was trying to help me, even if I didn't ask. Therefore, you clearly don't care enough.
Ford.
I'm gonna go into the garden and wait for Johnny. Let me know if anyone comes to talk to me, or if anyone's on the phone.
I will do.
I hope your plan works, Livie.
Me too.
Do you think they'll listen to what you said?
We'll just hope. Let's all head to my place, grab a bite to eat, and then we can wait for them to arrive home. Hopefully together.
Sounds like a good plan.
When are you going to check on Ford, Livie? He needs you as well.
You've changed your tune. I'll check on him in a few days. I don't want to overwhelm him. He's still very furious at me.
That was only your fault, though.
I know. I didn't think.
No, you don't, usually.
Dana.
What possessed you to suddenly turn on me and want nothing more to do with me?
We were growing up, Dana. People break up when they grow up.
I know, it's not just that.
My brother was turning into a monster. My parents were getting a divorce. What do you expect? And the only boy who actually listened to me ended up in the hospital because of my brother.
Livie, I'm sorry.
No, I am. I've been behaving awfully. I can't believe I almost compromised my friendship with Ford, the only person who's ever wanted to accept me and be friends with me. Except Michaela, but I've always known Ford better than her.
He really appreciates you, Livie. Trust me.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Livie,
Sometimes we were close. She had a lot of mood swings.
I enjoy going to the park with you.
You don't enjoy doing much with me, though.
It isn't like that. You treat me as a little kid most of the time, but when we hang out together, you let me do what I want. You need to stop holding on, Freddie.
What do you mean?
You need to stop being influenced constantly by the past. His death wasn't your fault. You need to take a few steps back. Maybe try to move forward rather than watch me like a hawk 24/7.
I just care, you know.
You really think Yvonne's going to come back?
Didn't you hear what Yvonne's daughter did to that boy? Everyone knows.
Yeah, maybe she will come back.
She also hit, Johnny, I think, in her car. No one knows it was her, though.
It was her, though.
And you know what she's like.
Maybe. I don't know. She hated our dad for being friends with her sister's husband. Do you think she hates us?
She for sure hates us, which is why I have to protect you.
Whatever.
I realize now that protecting her wasn't the best thing for her. Yvonne definitely wanted her own back after Liliana betrayed her. I still can't believe she blackmailed her for her own gain. Sabrina!
You came? I was going to give you some space with Ford after, you know.
I told Ford I'd be back within a few minutes. I wasn't going to come, but he convinced me he was fine. I will have to go soon, but I really did want to see you.
You wanted to?
Remember Ford's bowling party?
Oh, right. Yes, I do.
I'm glad you do.
Fancy meeting up this week?
I can only decide on the day. I'm the one who has to put up with Ford's mood swings. He feels different every minute of every day.
I get that. Until then?
Yeah, of course.
I'm sorry.
Edward enters.
Are you talking to yourself?
No.
Louisiana was looking at a photograph of Chloe and her when she was younger.
It wasn't your fault, Louisiana. It was an accident.
You don't know it was an accident, though. Have you seen how many people got purposely hurt lately? Liliana got shoved off a bridge. That wasn't an accident.
Not everything is someone's fault.
The driver wasn't driving safely.
Well, that is true.
It's fine.
You always have to blame someone, don't you?
It feels nice to blame someone.
Remember that you're not perfect either. And sometimes you have to be the bigger person. The fire, remember? That was your fault and you should take responsibility.
I'm really sorry, Edward.
Lila lets Johnny inside.
I'm so scared for her.
She'll be fine, Ford.
She knew the truth would have cost her. I should have listened.
It wasn't your fault. You deserved to know. And she would have risked her life for you. She was just scared.
I pushed her too hard, Johnny. I practically begged her.
Earlier, you told Yvonne it wasn't your fault. Don't blame yourself, especially when you're talking to your best friend.
I know, I'm sorry. It was entirely Yvonne's fault.
Exactly. Liliana was spying on her because she wants to hurt you and she pushed her off the bridge.
I wish I could fix things.
Things will change. Yvonne's in jail. We're safe now.
He never stays like that.
Stop being so pessimistic.
How can I do that?
Well, first of all, just enjoy the happiness whilst it lasts.
So spend lots of time with you?
Of course, we should do fun things together.
I quite fancy more bowling. That was awesome.
I guess we both have a new hobby.
I ought to say thank you again.
Why?
For the surprise birthday party. It was amazing.
You don't need to keep thanking me, Ford. I did it because I wanted to.
Yes, I do.
You are so stubborn.
So are you.
That is true.
Be careful what you say next time.
I deserved that. I did it to you.
So, what's going on with your family right now?
Livie is always out. My mom and dad clearly still like each other, but are going absolutely insane.
Sounds awkward.
It is. They're divorced. They grew apart because of something I did.
Something you did?
It doesn't matter, but I hurt someone.
Physically or mentally?
Both.
What? Why?
Like I said, it doesn't matter.
Alright then.
Sienna enters the room.
Oh, hi, Eric! And your new friend?
Hi, you remember me from Ford's party?
Yes, I do! I didn't really speak to you much, though.
You can talk more now, though.
Of course.
I'm going to prepare some hot chocolates. You two can remain in this room if you'd like.
Sure.
Welcome back, Amber.
Whatever. Assuming Ford isn't here.
Obviously with Johnny.
I don't blame him, Mum. His friend's in a coma. Do you think he's going to turn to you after everything?
No.
Exactly. Ford only needs Johnny and Nico. He doesn't even talk to anyone else. And yes, maybe Yvonne is mostly to blame, but you're partially to blame too.
Me?
The one person who he used to really look up to thought he set her car on fire, and she got very angry when he mentioned his own dad. She was also extremely horrible to his best friend. That's what you did. If that doesn't destroy his mental health even more, you didn't even seem to care about the bullying, and you didn't care when he got kidnapped. You didn't even try to help him when Eliana was manipulating him, which ended up in Johnny getting hit by a car.
Amber.
You're jealous, aren't you? You're possessive. You liked it when Ford helped me, and you liked it when he didn't have any friends because he was always around. You don't want to see him grow up. I know you want Ford to stay your little boy, but the truth is he's 12 now. He's making friends, and it's not your right to stop him from doing what he wants. He and his friends actually know what they're dealing with. They would risk their lives for him. I know you want him to yourself again, but Mum, face it, he has his own life now. Let him keep it. Maybe if you'd initially been nicer, he'd be around more. But you ruined your relationship.
I'm sorry.
It's not me you should be apologizing to. It's Ford.
I thought you hated him.
Yeah, I was angry he didn't tell me at first, but actually I should have been angry at you more. You told neither of us. You refused to tell Ford, and at one point you even said, "Not in front of Amber," like I'm still a little girl. Well, I'm not. I almost have a boyfriend. I have friends. You have to let us have our own lives. You can't live your life through your children. You need a friend, but this isn't how you make friends.
I'm so sorry.
Now, if not again...
Don't worry, it's fine, Ford. Don't panic.
What was that?
That didn't sound good.
It sounded like tiles breaking.
It was nice weather earlier as well. Storms come on so suddenly in this town.
Ford! Johnny! Come on, let's go down into the basement. Safer.
Johnny grabbed Ford's hand, quickly leading him out of the living room.
This storm is almost as vicious as Vine.
I wouldn't go that far.
The roof in the living room where Johnny and Ford had just been collapsed in. Johnny quickly wraps his arms around Ford.
Johnny, I'm scared.